Alka-Seltzer. Alka-Seltzer, I want to get a sponsorship. I want to get something going with Alka-Seltzer because that stuff is like, that is the lifeblood on tour. Every morning, a couple of Alka-Seltzers, and the world is a better place. So my cult album at the moment is Scott Walker 3. I only discovered Scott Walker in a way recently. I'd always avoided him for some reason. I don't know why, and now I regret having avoided him for so long. I was actually in Paris and my friend was driving me from a suburb back into the center. It was cold. It was maybe, this was only a few months ago actually, and It's Raining Today came on, and I was instantly like astounded by the string arrangement in that song. And then I've been living with that album now almost on a daily basis for quite a few months, and I find new things in it every time I listen. So I'm sorry, Scott Walker, for not listening earlier. I guess when I was 15, the album that I worshipped was South of Heaven by Slayer. I went through a big metal phase. I seemed to, at that time, I would kind of, every year I would kind of discover a new genre and then change my entire wardrobe to fit in with that new identity, as I think a lot of us did when we were teenagers. But that record kind of changed the direction of my life for a while because it brought out more rebellion and more anger in me, and it made my relationship with my mother quite difficult. Cult rock band? Yeah, so there's a band in the UK who have broken up, but they're called Charlotte Field. They were around at the time, but probably between when I was 17 till I was about 20, so just before Foals started. And I was in a band before Foals with Jack, the drummer, and we were both obsessed with this band, Charlotte Field, and we would do everything we could to get on bills with them, to play at the same shows. And I have everything they've ever released. On 7-inch, I have cassettes, I've got live versions. You can still check them out and buy their records, and they have some live videos on YouTube, but they're the most underrated UK band of all time. On a Les Inrocks tour in the early days, but we played this one show at La Cigale. I think it was at the end of Antidotes, and that was the first time that I fully felt possessed on stage. I felt it since, but I remember that was the first time when I felt like I'd fully kind of lost my mind on stage in a good way. And it was one of the most aggressive and unchained shows that we'd played up until then. And I think because of that show, we then realized that shows could be like that. And then we proceeded to chase that feeling, well, from then until now. Hey, this is Yannis from Foals. Swipe up to read the interview with us in this week's cover feature on Les Inrocks.